Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Have you been craving that nice and soft, delicious Nigerian Chinchin? Well, I'm about to show you how I make my delicious Nigerian Chinchin. And all you need is flour, sugar, milk, melted butter, some eggs, and a little bit of salt and some nutmegs. So if you sit back and watch to the end, you'll be able to see how I made my nice and delicious soft Nigerian Chinchin that you can also make in the convenience of your home. Sit back and watch. So Chinchin is a West African snack. You will find this snack in many Nigerian parties. This serves as a some part of the small chop snack, at home snack, or on the go. So it's a very handy snack and it's very easy to make. So here I have some flour. I added some sugar and I'm giving it a little bit of a stir. And I'm just doing this because I need the sugar to mix up with the flour before I add my other ingredients. And so the next ingredients I'm going to be adding is a little bit of salt. I'm not using too much, just a small teaspoon of salt. I sprinkle that inside my flour, and then I added baking powder. This is a teaspoon of baking powder. And now I'm sprinkling my nutmeg. Nutmeg gives it that really nice aroma. Without nutmeg in Nigerian Chinchin, you won't get the full flavor of it. So now I'm just giving everything a good stir, and then I put a little hole in the middle, and then I whisk my egg. I'm whisking my egg very, very well because I don't want any lumps. So now I stir it up again, and now I'm ready to add my egg. I already have some melted butter on the side. So I'm just putting a little bit of a dome, like a hole in the middle to hold my liquid. That's my egg. I just added my egg. And then the next thing that goes in will be my melted butter. And after adding this, I'm going to give it a gentle stir. And then I add my milk. I add a half cup of milk. And depending on how soft you want your chinchin, if you want it very, very soft, you can add some more milk. If you want it not too soft, like mine was a medium soft, not too soft. So I added some milk, and now I'm giving it a very gentle stir, like I'm wrapping it in. So I'm just stirring it up, and everything is coming together. So at this point, I'm getting ready to knead with my hands. So that way, I have a very nice and smooth consistency, because we have to flatten out our chinchin on a flat surface and roll it out with a rolling pin. So because of that, I have to make sure that the chinchin is well smooth and it's holding together properly. So I sprinkle some flour before I start kneading, and then I knead it nicely. And so after I finish kneading, I transfer it to my flat surface where I'm getting ready to roll it out with my rolling pin. Before I roll out, I have to add some flour. That way my dough is not going to stick to my rolling pin. Now I'm rolling it out really flat. You see everything is coming out nicely now. And I'm rolling it out very nicely, so that way I have a very smooth and flat surface, so that I'll be able to cut them in nice pieces. So now I'm cutting them into straight lines first. because we have to cut our chinchin into tiny pieces. So the first thing is to cut them into straight lines. This will help you get a very nice way to cut them out into a more tiny pieces. So now I'm cutting them out into tiny pieces. And so after you cut them out, this is what it's supposed to look like. They are not supposed to stick together. And if you have them sticking together, you can just add some flour. Now I have my oil is hot. I'm adding my chinchin now, and I'm going to give it a continuous stir. You do this because you don't want your chinchin to get burnt, and you don't want your chinchin to stick together. So you have to give it that nice and easy stir constantly. You have to constantly stir so that way everything comes apart, because sometimes they might stick together and you don't want that. So you just give it continuous stir, and as you can see, it's already becoming goldish color. So it's not fully cooked yet. You still have to give it some stir, and you have to turn the heat on a medium, not a high heat. So I'm still giving it a nice and gentle stir. And after that, this is what we have. And when you finish, your chinchin is supposed to be dry. You have to make sure that it doesn't soak up the oil. So that's why you give it a constant stir when you are cooking it, or when you're frying it rather. So when you finish, you're not supposed to have oil floating in it. You just have to make sure that it doesn't soak up oil. And you have a nice and delicious brown Nigerian soft chinchin to enjoy at any time. If you love this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you.